Now, you see, it's like the government is beginning to give some sort of attention to the Nigerian creative industry. And trust me, it will go a long way in positioning the creative economy of Nigeria for greatness. This is what they have been clamoring for, and thank God they are seeing light at the end of the tunnel. Now, a whooping $100 million creative fund will now be backing creative talent in Nigeria. This is what we love to see. Over the years, there has been some sort of a shift. Nigeria is now becoming. They are now taking advantage of its creative side. Now it's gradually influencing the world. And I'm glad that it is happening. The biggest music industry in Africa, the biggest movie industry in Africa, the biggest fashion industry in Africa, the biggest literary sector in Africa, the biggest comedy industry in Africa, the biggest or one of the biggest tech hubs in Africa, the biggest food industry in Africa, and one of the biggest or largest economies in Africa. Yes, despite our numerous challenges, that is Nigeria. Okay, guys, before the advent of social media that has now made the world so small and people call it a global village, we all in our little towns and villages could almost sing a lot of American songs, and somehow we watch a lot of American movies. Now you see someone who has not even been to the airport somehow tries to speak, dress, and just want to behave like an American. Anyway, if you're new here, my name is Osih-Oyelude. Thank you so much for joining, and don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Now, all this my story is just to emphasize how America influenced us through their creative industry, their creative economy. You name it, music, movies, fashion, art, and all of them. We know how America influences us. Now, over the years, there has been some sort of a shift. Nigeria is now becoming. They are now taking advantage of its creative side, a side of Nigeria that started off just like a hobby with little or no attention paid to it I'm talking about in terms of funding. Now it's gradually influencing the world, one music at a time, one movie at a time, one fashion design at a time, and one cuisine at a time. If America could do it, why can't Nigeria? And I'm glad that it is happening. The biggest music industry in Africa, the biggest movie industry in Africa, the biggest fashion industry in Africa, the biggest literary sector in Africa, the biggest comedy industry in Africa, the biggest or one of the biggest tech hubs in Africa, the biggest food industry in Africa, and one of the biggest or largest economies in Africa. Yes, despite our numerous challenges, that is Nigeria. We're not small. We're not small. We just need to get leadership right. But slowly but surely, we are getting there. We get there. So recently, Nigeria hosted the International Creative Summit in Abuja, the nation's federal capital territory. Now, the event was organized by the Ministry of Arts and Creative Economy. Now, you see, it's like the government is beginning to give some sort of attention to the Nigerian creative industry. And trust me, it will go a long way in positioning the creative economy of Nigeria for greatness. This is what they have been clamoring for, and thank God they are seeing light at the end of the tunnel. Now, a whooping $100 million creative fund will now be backing creative talent in Nigeria. This is what we love to see. Now, this is what the Nigerian Minister of Art, Culture, and the Creative Economy, Hannatu Musawa, had to say about it.
It focuses on equipping our talents with globally relevant skills, safeguarding intellectual property, fostering strategic governance and partnerships, unlocking private sector investment, and driving digital transformation.
Now, for many years, many creative minds have brainstormed to figure out how creativity can power Nigeria's economic future. And it's like they are figuring it out, they are making headway if events like this or anything to go by.
So, like I said, it's not just for employment. It's an enterprise, a multi-billion-dollar enterprise, and we must tap into it. Ensure our young ones get the best of it, protect their rights, intellectual rights, property rights.
Some level of freedom to create. And yes, money brings freedom. It's a bit of a chicken and egg situation, But you say, but I need the money to be free, but then you need freedom to make the money. So I'd say that don't focus on the money. Focus on honing your craft. Focus on being consistent.
So, it's no longer news that Nigeria is trying to cement its status as Africa's creative capital by the year 2030. And trust me, with events like this, they sure might be on the right track in achieving that goal. So kudos to the Nigerian government on this one and all the creative minds that worked to make this a reality. Nigeria, just like America, we can't tell our own stories. We can't change the narrative like our own narrative. We can influence the world with our creativity. It's already happening with our music, with our fashion, with our movies. All we need to do is to stamp it correctly on the global stage. We are getting there. Slowly but surely, but we get there. You see, for a very long time, the industry have just been running just on people who just believe in talent, investing their money, investing their resources, just to build a semblance of an industry. At that time, people just, put their resources on the line for this industry. So it has been an industry that people are admiring from far. People built it with nothing. So when you see stories like this that government is trying to come in, it just takes you back to see how far they have come. Because it just says one thing again, that you just need to get up and try. If they were just waiting for government to invest before they start something, then that means they won't even get it. Now, government is investing because they are seeing something. They are seeing something that these youths, especially, have started and they want to contribute, right? They want to support, more or less, not contribute, they want to support. So, this is just to say that some of all these industries that are saying government should support, government should start off something first. So, that whatever Nigeria is enjoying now, or we want to start enjoying, it's years of hard work, years of dedication, years of individuals investing their own resources when government didn't believe in what they were doing, when people thought that it was just people without future ambition that are in the entertainment sector. Now, the industry is a multi-million dollar industry. I'm talking about the Nigerian entertainment industry.
So, like I said, it's not just for employment. It's an enterprise, a multi-billion-dollar enterprise, and we must tap into it. Ensure our young ones get the best of it, protect their rights, intellectual rights, property rights.
So when government says we are putting this money here to support creatives, they know what they're doing. And the creatives have given them reasons to. This is a win for the creative industry because it's been a long time coming. And hopefully they will disperse this thing properly. People will have access to it. It's not just going to be a political statement. People would have access to it and use it to, fund their projects, whatever it is. And thank God it's not just for music, it's the creative industry. So whatever you're doing, if you're in fashion designing, if you're music, art, whatever you're doing under the creative economy, then that money is for you. All you need to do is to just go and show your proposal and then take your own share and, do whatever it is you want to do with your talent. So I'm so happy for them and hopefully it is for the best. Everybody will have access to it. I saw the story and I felt like it needs to be talked about. I don't know why people are not even talking about it, because this is a big deal. It is a big deal, okay? Yeah. Anyway, what do you think? This to me is a good step in the right direction. I don't know about you. Let's discuss it in the comment section, okay? All right, let me know what you think. I see you again in my next video. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Bye for now.